Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Global Fleet Virtual Conference. It's really my pleasure to welcome you today. And of course, we would have been in Rome, but there's the pandemic and it's not possible to organize the conference there. But we managed to build a conference for 5 weeks with panel discussions, workshops, webinars, deep dive tracks, and video podcasts. And I'm so happy that we really have a program built for your needs. And if you would like to follow everything in terms of the program, but also in terms of the speakers and even be in contact with all the participants, you can just download the app on Attendify. It's our event app, and you will find everything. So please do that. Download the app on Attendify, and you will be able to network and to follow each and every session. And we kick off this virtual conference today with Virginie Vast, and it's really a pleasure that she is with us. She was recently appointed head of procurement in Europe at Amazon, and she is also the very first winner back in 2010 of the Innovation Award at our Fleet Europe Awards. So Virginie, welcome, and how are you doing?
Hi, Steven. Thank you, and thank you for having me.
It's really a pleasure to have you with us. First of all, can you briefly explain your current function at Amazon?
Yeah, absolutely, Steven. So I'm leading a procurement innovation and sustainability for Amazon in Europe.
Okay, it's really exciting, of course. We know you, of course, from your past career at Vodafone, where you also won the award. You have been, since years, been in procurement. What for you are the key ingredients of successful global procurement?
Okay, interesting question. I would say there's 3 things that comes to my mind, you know. I would say when you want to set up a global strategy for procurement, the first thing I would say is have a vision. You know, what is it you want to be known for? What is it you want to drive? And I would very much link it to the business goals, of the company. The second thing I'll think of is people, and I always think of people because I believe that's what makes the success of organization is the people we have. And maybe the third one will be partnership. Partnership with supplier, partnership internally. How do you work, with your ecosystem to make things happen?
Of course, these are challenging times, and we would like to know from you how COVID-19 is perhaps impacting procurement in general and procurement on a global level, because you are, of course, an experienced procurement expert. So what is your vision on the impact of COVID-19 on procurement?
So, I mean, despite the fact that COVID-19 is an unfortunate event, right, for our society, I think it pulled out, a lot of positive things. When I think of it, the partnership with suppliers is more than ever in the spotlight. We see how important it is, to have the right collaboration and partnership to have the product on time for those who matters the most. So I think this was very strong and will continue after COVID. The other thing I think is how you can actually collaborate in a digital world. I worked for Vodafone before and it was all around technology, but for companies that were maybe not so advanced in technology, it's completely a new way of working, and we see that it works, right? So that's very important.
Back in 2010, a long time ago, you were the very first winner of the Innovation Award. Still, congratulations for that.
Sure.
I can imagine that for sure today, if we talk about global procurement, that innovation is not far off. What is, let's say, in your mind, the applicability of innovation in global procurement? How do you still today apply innovation in procurement?
Yeah. 10 years ago, it's time really fly fast. I still remember that night, where I got the award. So it was a fantastic evening, and I'm glad it's still going strong. Well done, Steven. Innovation in procurement. I think in the last 10 years, it hasn't got out of my radar, right? And I think in many procurement expert and professional are on the same path, because if you look at the disruption we're having in our society through technology, through risk like we're having now, you need to constantly rethink way of doing, either it's in, a way of working, either it's in the way you operate, in the way you structure yourself, and it creates, in many cases, also a direction for your vision, right? So I think innovation is a must for also survival. We see how quick, disruptor can come and take over a complete industry. So, and if I think of fleet in particular, because I know it's the topic of your conference, it's amazing, right? If you see being a fleet manager 10 years ago as I was, and today, I mean, it's a completely different world, right? You can have cars with 0 emission. You can have almost driverless car in the next coming years. So I think innovation is massively disrupting the industry as well for fleet, and it's very exciting. I take it as an exciting change and not a scary change.
Two more short questions. The first one is, the title of this session is How to Innovate and Win in Global Procurement. What would be your phrase? What would be your sentence? How to innovate and win in global procurement?
You're putting the challenge on me.
What is the thing to do?
The thing to do, I would say, is be aware of what's happening outside your company, right? I think it's easy when you're in a company to be very inward looking, inside looking, and sometimes forget what's happening in the outside world. And I think today, with innovation and disruption, always keep an eye outside of your company walls, because it's where the danger will come and the disruption will come. So that will be my advice.
Okay. Final question. Will we ever see you back in the fleet and mobility industry?
Yeah, I mean, looking at how things are evolving in fleet, it's fascinating. I've always been passionate around fleet. And yeah, for sure. I mean, it's an area that I like. So why not? Why not,
Okay.
Steven?
Perfect. Virginie Vast, thank you very much for your time. Thank you
so much.
And we hope that you can also follow upcoming sessions of the Global Fleet Virtual Conference. To the audience, if you like this session, then please also like it on your screen, rate it, because in the app, the Attendify app, you can also rate the different sessions and give your feedback. And please don't forget to watch our program in the event app, because tomorrow already we will continue Global Fleet Management with Winning Strategies, a webinar with 2 Global Fleet Managers of the Year, Jorge Fernandez of Roche and Almi Magalhães of Ecolab. Thank you and bye-bye.